like I don't exist. I'm so out of this world, yeah. I'm so out of this world, yeah.
Hey, I'm so out of this world, I can't. Hey, Chad, how we doing? How we doing? Let me go ahead and turn this music off completely so we can get into the talk. I ain't gonna waste no time. I ain't here to waste nobody time today. Let's get straight to it. Hold on. Oh, but that's me. Let me just go ahead and zoom this in. Get on the page. Boom. I ain't streaming a little bit. I have been like locked in recently. I've been so locked in recently. Okay, so before we even start the NFL talk, before we even get to that, because I got a lot to say on that front. First of all, we have to touch on all of that. Sounds weird. We have to touch on. Okay, but we really do need to speak about the NCAA and a lot of these headlines that are coming down the pipeline. And Wrestler Insider Updates on Instagram posted some of their predictions for the 2026-27 season. And one of those predictions is that Penn State's world champ Masoneke Ono, please don't come for me, I don't know how to pronounce the name, is going to take third and it will start over Marcus Blaze. That is a crazy take. Now, it's not really that outlandish to think it could happen because of the caliber athlete that Ono is. But also, Marcus Blaze is a dog. What I see most likely happening is one of the two is going to either cut weight or go up a weight class. I don't see them both. I don't see one of the other sitting on the bench. And if it comes to that, somebody's either going to transfer or go somewhere else. I mean, same thing. But I just don't see a world of possibility where both of them are on the team and one of them is on the bench. They're both too good for that. Too good for that. So I don't see that happening. It said Oklahoma State's Jax Force once again takes out Ohio State's Ben DeVino in the NCAA finals. I don't know if Ben DeVino will make it back to the finals. That weight class is stacked. 133 is good. 133 is good. It is like, look, as somebody that wrestled at 133 and 141, I can tell you right now, wrestling at either of those weight classes in college is tough as hell. Good luck, man. If you can make it happen, I am more than happy for you. But all I am saying is, that's tough to do. You gotta be like dog. Spencer Lee didn't even make it back to the finals his senior year in college. 3-time national champion didn't make it back to the finals senior year. I'm just saying, it is a tough sport. Everything can line up perfectly for you. And then in one moment, it just doesn't. I mean, that's literally how the sport goes. Yeah, you can give your all to it and still not get the result that you want. And that's just how it is. But that's why the sport's awesome. Because, keep fighting. Eventually, you might break through. But that was another headline that I was like, okay. Oklahoma State's Ladarian Lockett placing second. Now, this is a good one. I was watching him last year throughout the season and then during the NCAAs. Bro, I had him on my little team, my little fantasy team. I was so upset, bro. So upset that he went out like he did. I know he can do it. He could probably win the whole thing, maybe. But the kid's got talent. The kid's got spunk. The kid, bro, he can do it. He can legit do it. But I think the lights got a little bright for him in his first appearance in the NCAAs, and there's nothing wrong with that. It happens all the time. I mean, my first college match, well, maybe not my first, but I remember it was one of my first college duels. The lights were definitely too bright because I was wrestling a guy named Caden Anderlick, and he was ranked 12th or 13th in that weight class, or he's ranked in the top 25. I don't know, but he's ranked in the top 25. And my first duel match ever as a starter at a Division II school, I was going against Caden Anderlick. Me from little old, Missouri. I'm just going in there trying to wrestle the dude and hopefully come on with a dub, right? That's what I'm thinking is what might happen. That's not what happens. I get tech fault. Well, to be honest, my weight cut was probably part of the problem. It's probably the majority of the problem. So I can't really blame anybody but myself for that. That's definitely my fault on that front. But let's get back to the main topic at hand. I'm getting notifications on my phone. Okay. It says. Okay, well, I'm done with wrestling headlines. You know what I think? I think I'm gonna have a stream, and on that stream, I'm just going to talk about sports. Like I think when I spark a stream, right? I want to have one day where I'm talking sports, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have one day a week when I spark stream, and it's only gonna be about sports. So y'all better be prepared for that because I love talking about sports. I might only talk sports. I love talking sports. Like sports is my jam, bro. I love talking about sports. I love it. But Shedeur Sanders, quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, currently in a quarterback competition with Deshaun Watson. Quarterbacks Dylan Gabriel and Taylor Green are also on the roster. Taylor Green, a rookie from Arkansas. Dylan Gabriel, drafted in the 3rd round last year, ahead of Shedeur Sanders, quarterback out of Oregon. You guys already know my take, and if you don't, then you will know it. Deshaun Watson does not deserve another opportunity to start in this league. If he were on any other team, costed any less, he would have been gone by now. Deshaun Watson has not lived up to the contract, not even 1 millimeter. He's only played 19 games in the last 4 years since he's been on the Cleveland Browns. And he's just sitting there as a reminder of everything we lost. We gave up Baker Mayfield for this guy. And that sounds like, oh, well, Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield suck. Okay, but compare Baker Mayfield's numbers to Deshaun Watson's numbers over the last 4 years. I would take that guy over Deshaun Watson. Hell, I would take Jacoby Brissett over Deshaun Watson. Give me Jameis Winston. At least he was fun to watch. But you want to put that sorry... Ooh, see, I'm about to cuss. I'm trying to calm down. Y'all better not run Deshaun Watson's weak self out there on week 1. I don't want to see him. I know other people don't want to see him. Shedeur Sanders is the best chance the Browns have to get out of this QB purgatory. He is. He just is. But if they're so dead set on running Deshaun Watson out there during week 1, they will see everything that we've been trying to warn them about. And they should know it. We're saying this from the outside looking in. I'm not there at the Browns practices. The coaches see what we don't see. So they can clearly see he's 10 pounds of ass. I'm sorry. But after all those shoulder surgeries, the double Achilles tear, he doesn't have any mobility. He can run, obviously, but you're scared if he takes a hard cut, his knee's going to buckle, it's going to give. He had to have a baseball player type surgery on his arm, his throwing arm, shoulder, by the way, for a quarterback in the NFL. And you honestly think that guy is going to be able to run your offense to the standard of a starting caliber NFL quarterback? The surgeons are not. They're not Jesus, bro. I'm sorry. They don't have the God-given ability to restore his athletic ability. And he's 30. He's only going to get older. So let's say he does play and he plays decent for a couple of games. What is that going to accomplish for your team? What is it going to accomplish? You're going to win games. Okay, isn't that taking you out of the position to draft a quarterback of the future? I swear it is, right? And okay, if you're not trying to do that, why are you winning with a quarterback that's not going to be here in the next 2 years? Deshaun Watson will not be on the roster next year. I severely, severely doubt he will even be in Berea in the next 2 years. If that happens, I will delete my channel because that's how confident I am Deshaun Watson will not be in Berea as a quarterback on the Cleveland Browns. I just don't see it happening. I don't. Shedeur Sanders is the closest thing the Browns have to a competent quarterback at the moment. Yeah, Dylan Gabriel would make all the throws, complete check down after 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 check down. After check down after check down after check down. And while that may be okay to survive a game, you will not put up more than 20 points in a game checking the ball down. Every time last season he would throw the ball further than 15 yards, it looked like he had to put his whole body into the throw. It's like me trying to throw a football. I'm 5'5". If I want to throw, I really have to use everything in my body to get it further than 30 yards. Dylan Gabriel is probably having to do just that. And that's probably why he could not accurately throw a deep ball. I'm sorry. But Dylan Gabriel is not the answer. Taylor Green is not ready to play. Shedeur Sanders is the obvious choice out of that quarterback room. Deshaun Watson has the experience, sure. He may know what to do up here, but if he can't do it physically, does it even matter? Does it even matter? I'm not saying Deshaun Watson can't play. I'm saying he can't physically play. Mentally, he's probably the best quarterback in that room. No debate. I'll give you that 10 times out of 10. Dude is a stud. He can read back coverages, call back plays. He's got a laser sharp memory when it comes to football. The problem is his body is not the same. He has been beat up, bruised, damaged, broken. And his mental is probably taking a huge hit over the last couple of years. Like, I just don't see a scenario where Deshaun Watson can possibly recover. I don't. So logically, it makes sense to go with the number 2, Shedeur Sanders. And I think Shedeur Sanders has enough. He showed us enough last year to at least inspire some type of hope that maybe, just maybe, he could find a way to turn it around and get the Browns back on the path that they want to go down. Because currently, what they're doing right now is they're building for the future. Drafting wide receivers, drafting O-linemen. They're building it so their offense will be able to take off as soon as they get their quarterback of the future in there. But what if I told you their quarterback of the future was already on the roster? Dang it. But what if I told you their quarterback of the future was already on the roster? Shedeur Sanders, quarterback out of Colorado. I know people are going to say that Shedeur is not the guy. He threw 7 touchdowns and 10 picks last season. He may have done that. He made a Pro Bowl while putting up backup numbers. Yes, we understand. But I'm going to tell you why it doesn't matter. Because Joe Flacco played in that same offense. He threw 4 interceptions in a game. He threw 4 interceptions in a game. And while we understand it's Joe Flacco, right? Joe Flacco's always going to throw picks. That's just what he does. He chucks the ball downfield. That's exactly what he does. But when he went to Cincinnati, what happened? What happened when he went to Cincinnati? Seriously, think about it. He started playing out of his mind. What happened when Dylan Gabriel took the field? Boring. Check down, Charlie. No one wanted to watch that. And they weren't winning games. Maybe if the Browns were winning games, we would be okay with dealing with Dylan Gabriel. I even said it last year. I don't care if Shedeur plays or not. I just want my team to win games. Dylan Gabriel is not the answer. He plays like he's 5'9". Because he probably is 5'9". I mean, I'm just being honest. He looks way too short to be a quarterback. Like Diego Pavia out there. No, you're not the prototypical NFL quarterback. Come on now, dog. Why are you cutting grass right now? Jesus. Yes, right. I know. But let me, because it get on my nerves. Stop cutting grass outside, dude. Lost my train of thought. Shedeur Sanders, Cleveland Browns. Okay, yeah. Shedeur Sanders should be the starting quarterback. And the reason why I say this is last time I'm going to make this point. $230 million. 4 years. How many games has he played? 19. So whether or not Deshaun Watson wins the quarterback spot or not, he will not finish the season. There is a 90% chance Deshaun will not finish the season. We have seen it multiple times. His first year on the Browns, he was suspended for the first 11 games. His second season on the Browns, he played 4 games and was hurt. His third season, he played 6 games and was hurt for the rest of the season. In his last year, tore his Achilles twice. Didn't play at all. It just gets to a point. I wouldn't want to put him out there even if he was my only option. I'd rather go sign Josh Johnson or somebody. Let me go sign somebody that I know is going to give me the number 1 overall pick if that's what I have to do. Because if I don't have any options at quarterback, why would I want to put that guy back out on the field? They already took everything Deshaun Watson marketing-wise off of their field, off of everything Cleveland. Like, you cannot go to their facility and find a Deshaun Watson poster. It's gone. They took it down. So why would you use him to be the starting quarterback of your team if you want to wash your hands clean of him? It doesn't make sense. And Todd Monken, I understand you think that Deshaun Watson can recapture what he used to be, but you do understand that was 5 years ago, right? That was 7 years ago, right? He was in Houston, right? He's not in Houston. He has not been that guy. He has not been healthy. No. His time is done. It's over. And I'm sick and tired of seeing this stuff about Deshaun Watson being the quarterback 1. I'm telling you this right now. If he starts week 1, it's going to be a disaster. And they're going to have to pivot to Shedeur Sanders. If they haven't traded him by that point, because apparently I keep hearing reports about them trading Shedeur Sanders. See, this is why I was not making videos on this channel about this. Because I already knew I was going to get angry and start yelling at the camera. What are we doing? And Browns media, you guys are horrible. You suck, and I need you to get your stuff together. Why are you talking about... I watched the report today. The guy was talking about how the Browns had a training camp. And he said Deshaun Watson played awful, and Shedeur Sanders is like, I know people are going to say Shedeur played okay. He was okay. He was okay. Shedeur was just okay. How the hell was he just okay when you didn't even watch him play? You said yourself you were watching Deshaun Watson and the ones on the other field. So how could you possibly know how good Shedeur was on the other field if you didn't see it? If you didn't see it for yourself, talking about check downs, who knows? Maybe that 5-yard out was like the crispest 5-yard out of every quarterback in the league. But you wouldn't know that because you weren't on that field to watch it. So how are you going to sit up here and say the guy was just okay when you didn't even see him? You didn't even see him. That doesn't make sense, bro. That's like if LeBron James scored 50 points and shot 20 shots to do it. Made 18 or 20 shots and got 50 points. It's like, it's just okay. He made the shots, did he not? Did he not? That's like, okay, I'll break it down for you. That's like if Patrick Mahomes throws 3 touchdowns on 3 touchdown passes. On 3 passes, 3 touchdowns. And they're all 70-yard bombs. And then he makes 1 incompletion. And then another one goes for like 1 yard. Another incompletion. Now he's 3 for 6. 200 plus yards and 3 touchdowns. It was just okay. No! Read the box score. Do you see the numbers? Y'all were so focused on the numbers last offseason. Now they don't matter. Now they don't matter. Now they don't matter. But what happened last year when they mattered? Now they don't matter. Now they don't matter. It's ridiculous. Jason Lloyd is horrible about it. That bald head oaf that's on 92 The Fan, Cleveland, he's part of the problem. Anthony Lima, he's part of the problem. I can't stand him. I can't stand him. Adam the Bull, he's been getting on my nerves recently too. The only ones that even holding anything down remotely on that station is G. Bush, Tyvis Powell, and Mikey. No, they're the only ones. Everybody else on that station are tripping, bro. They do not care about getting a good news story out. They care about pushing an agenda and pushing a narrative. So that way they can generate clicks and they can generate likes. That's all they care about. That's all they care about. That's it. That is it. And don't even get me started on Tony Grossi. Oh my God, I can't stand Tony Grossi. I can't stand him. I can't. I legit cannot do it, chat. I'm done. Like, it's one thing if you're going to talk about how bad Deshaun Watson was playing. It's another when you're going to bring up how Shedeur Sanders is just okay when you didn't even watch him on the field, bro. How are you going to say he was just okay when you didn't even see him? That makes 0 sense to me. So, for the last time, Cleveland media, can we stop being so biased? You did the same thing when Baker Mayfield was in town. You basically ran him away from the media. He did not like you guys. Shedeur Sanders does not like you guys. I don't blame him. Dylan Gabriel probably doesn't even like you guys. He probably hates it when you defend him too. Because you guys are nasty. You guys are horrible people when it comes to talking about your own sports teams. How do you hate your own sports teams this much? You want them to lose that bad? Every time I hear them talk, they're like, oh, well, the Browns are going to lose. They're tanking for next season. They're always tanking for next season. Oh, well, the Browns ain't never going to do this. Well, the Browns are going to be bad next year, too. Well, with that attitude, you looks like you want them to be bad. You want a reason to be pity partying for yourself. Why don't you hope they win? Why don't you, they might be able to pull something in. They might win. I don't ever hear them talk about optimistically making the playoffs, ever. I don't ever hear them talk about the Browns optimistically making the playoffs, ever. 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 Like, let's always talk about the 2020 season and the 2022 or 23 season, whichever one, when you had 5 quarterbacks. She really had none. And Joe Flacco led us to the playoffs just to get smacked by the Texans. We got bent over like this against the Texans. And when we made playoffs prior with Baker Mayfield, we won a playoff game against the Steelers. But nah. We didn't want Baker Mayfield. We didn't want him. We just didn't. We didn't. For some reason, we didn't want him. And don't ask me why. I couldn't tell you why. Only thing I know is Baker Mayfield should have still been on this team. If we wouldn't have this, Myles Garrett would still be here. We wouldn't have to make half the trades we did, bro. Would not have had to. Because think about it. After we acquired Deshaun Watson, our cap situation got worse. Our cap situation was bad. We couldn't even get the talent we needed in the room because of our cap situation. So, I just wanted to rant on here real quick. I might stream later tonight, but I just wanted to rant. I gotta get my clothes from downstairs. I love y'all, and I'm out. Hope y'all have a good one. White lens angle. Click everything but the end.
Yeah.
Echelon, beat again.
On the way, I thought I was gonna switch up. Booted up, had to energize me. Yeah. Flew to Paris, I just wanna sightsee. I'm embarrassed that ain't very like me. Gotta get somewhere.
I forgot about this song, chat. I gotta dance to it, Rich.
Push it like a nigga sell, yeah.
Hey, this my
Get
song.
the picture, I get out of my frame. Tryna see everything, what a trip, what a journey. Spending some time in the B-roll. Yeah, can't take for granted the B-roll. Oh yeah, I'm taking my time in the B-roll. Yeah, can't take for granted the B-roll. Oh yeah, spending some time in the B-roll. Okay. I've been on a run, they want the juice, I feel like OJ. Got some skin up in the game, and geek it up like Olay. Same way the world gon' circulate, I keep my gears in rotation. For a lot of times I cheated. Couldn't read it, but can't get conceited. One thing about time is stay undefeated. If you don't celebrate your wins, you'll never see it. Retract, receipt back. Okay. My cup, I'm sipping on that YALL. I swear life in a movie, here's the reason I ain't max. Had every opportunity to take it to the max. Maximum, believe that. Passport, STMP that. I swear life in a movie, here's the reason I ain't max. Live fast, embrace the past, but 2020 new vision.
Booted up, had to energize me. Yeah. Flew to Paris, I just wanna sightsee. I'm embarrassed that ain't very like me. Gotta get somewhere rich so they analyze me. Yeah.
Now push it like a nigga sell, yeah. Get the picture, I get out of my frame. Tryna see everything, what a trip, what a journey. Spending some time in the B-roll. Yeah, can't take for granted the B-roll. Oh yeah, I'm taking my time in the B-roll.